Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gerry Turner had plans to move. What happened? Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner had plans to move to be with his new bride Theresa Nist. The two talked a lot during interviews about considering Charleston, South Carolina as their new home. After spending time in New Jersey, Gerry was reportedly even considering moving there. Now, neither of those options will happen as Gerry and Theresa are filing for a divorce. Just 4 months ago they were all in and he was willing to sell his lake house and move to be with the woman he loved. What changed? Keep reading to find out more. Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist appeared to be the real deal, especially when they tied the knot on live television on January 4. Gerry had previously said he would move for love and was okay with that. In fact, the couple talked about relocating to South Carolina. When they first talked about this big move, Gerry said it was one problem solved they didn't have to worry about anymore. It seemed to be all in just a short 4 months ago. However, now they're filing for divorce. They appeared on Good Morning America, where they broke the heartbreaking news to fans. When it was brought up that they were planning to move, Theresa said that they both tried their hardest to make things work while they were house hunting, but things took a turn. Theresa said, "We looked at home after home, but we never got to the point where we made that decision." Gerry also shared his thoughts saying, "The thing that strikes me the most in our conversations, it's been how dedicated both of us are to our families. So we look at these conversations and we both think it's best for the happiness of each of us to live apart." So, in the end, the couple blames distance for ending their marriage. Many fans had been speculating that perhaps there was trouble in Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist's marriage over the past few weeks. It was revealed that they were living separately. As it turns out, they were right. While they are splitting up, Theresa and Gerry both say they will stay in each other's lives. They still say they are best friends and that they still love one another. What do you think about Gerry and Theresa already ending their 3-month-old marriage? Stay tuned for more updates. Gerry Turner sat in his cozy armchair, staring out the window at the crimson hues of the setting sun painting the sky. A slight smile played on his lips as he contemplated the future. Plans, so many plans. For years he dreamed of leaving this sleepy little town behind, seeking adventure in the bustling city beyond the horizon. But now, as the time drew near to finally make his move, fate seemed to have other ideas. Gerry had always been a dreamer, his mind forever wandering to distant places and far-off lands. He'd spent countless nights poring over maps, imagining himself traversing the winding streets of Paris or scaling the towering peaks of the Himalayas. But as much as he loved his hometown, its familiarity had begun to feel stifling, like a well-worn jacket that no longer fit quite right. So he made plans. Detailed, elaborate plans that spanned pages of notebooks and filled his mind with visions of a new beginning. He'd saved diligently, squirreling away every spare penny for the grand adventure that lay ahead. He'd researched neighborhoods, scoured job listings, and even started learning a new language in preparation for the move. But then life intervened, as it so often does. It started with a simple phone call, one innocuous ring that sent ripples of uncertainty through Gerry's carefully laid plans. His mother, frail and ailing, had taken a turn for the worse. Suddenly the prospect of leaving felt selfish, irresponsible even. How could he abandon her in her time of need, whisking himself away to chase his own dreams while she languished in loneliness? So Gerry put his plans on hold, trading the excitement of the unknown for the comforting familiarity of home. He spent his days at his mother's side, tending to her needs with a quiet determination born of love. The weeks turned into months, and still he remained, sacrificing his own desires for the sake of her well-being. But as the days stretched into years, Gerry's resolve began to waver. He found himself torn between duty and desire, longing for the freedom he'd once craved while simultaneously fearing the guilt that would surely accompany his departure. His dreams began to feel like distant memories, fading echoes of a life he'd once imagined for himself. Then one day, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. His mother, though still frail, showed signs of improvement, her laughter ringing through the house like a bell. And in that moment, Gerry knew what he had to do. With a heavy heart and tear-filled eyes, he sat down at his desk and began to write. He penned letters to friends and family, explaining his decision to leave and apologizing for any hurt he might cause. He packed his bags, his hands trembling with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, and took one last look around the home he'd known for so long. And then, with a deep breath and a silent prayer, Gerry Turner stepped out into the world, ready to finally chase the dreams he'd once thought were lost forever.